If you're watching this video, you've likely heard someone say, you can go solar for free in the District of Columbia. And you're probably thinking, okay, but what's the catch? To better explain this unique situation, the Community Purchasing Alliance presents the incredible economics of solar in DC. We begin with the Renewable Portfolio Standard. In an attempt to incentivize renewable energy production in DC, local lawmakers passed the Renewable Portfolio Standard, which states that electricity suppliers like Pepco must buy at least 5% of their electricity mix from DC-based solar systems. In other words, electricity suppliers are now legally bound to buy local solar credits. So every time a solar system in DC generates a unit of electricity, it also produces a credit that can then be sold to electricity suppliers. These credits are called Solar Renewable Energy Certificates, or SRECs, and they are an incredibly valuable commodity in DC. So valuable that the SRECs generated by your solar system will more than cover the cost of financing the system itself. Before I dive into the math of how all of this shakes out, there's one more thing to consider: the federal investment tax credit. 30% of the cost of your solar system will be covered by this federal tax credit. As a nonprofit, you are then welcome to sell your credit to an investor, leaving only 70% of the system to be financed. Okay, so you may be thinking, 70% is still a lot of money. And you're right, but you won't be paying for it. To explain, let's imagine you're a school in DC and your roof can support a 100 kilowatt system. That's about average for the schools we've worked with. A 100 kilowatt system will generate about 120,000 kilowatt hours of electricity per year. To be conservative, let's say you currently pay 12 cents per kilowatt hour in electricity annually. That adds up to about $14,400 per year for those 120,000 kilowatt hours. So right off the bat, your solar system will save you over $14,000 in electricity costs annually. As for construction costs, a typical system costs about $3 a watt to install. That's the cost of design, the equipment, the construction, the crane, the development fees, all of it. So for your 100 kilowatt system, it will cost about $300,000 to build. Remember, 30% of the project will be covered by the federal investment tax credit, leaving 70% or $210,000. To cover for the remaining 70% of the project, the solar developer will take out a loan with a loan payment of roughly $30,000 per year. Now here's where it gets really interesting. To pay off that loan, your solar developer sells the SRECs generated by your roof to the supply companies who, don't forget, are obligated to buy these credits off of DC solar panels under the Renewable Portfolio Standard. You can expect a 100 kilowatt system to produce 120 SRECs per year. Given that a single SREC is valued at about $320 today, and that's a conservative estimate, a 100 kilowatt system will generate $38,000 annually in SREC revenue for the developer. This leaves a surplus of $8,000 after the developer pays off that $30,000 loan payment each year. So how is solar free in DC? Well, if a development company pockets both the construction revenue as well as the SREC value off of your solar system, the least they can do is make it free. And it gets even better than free. The Community Purchasing Alliance has negotiated a contract with a local solar developer to allow you to keep $5,000 of the surplus SREC revenue. So on top of saving over $14,000 on electricity, you will also make money on your solar panels to the tune of $5,000. And that's not a one-time thing. That's $19,000 in savings and revenue annually. So there you have it, the incredible economics of solar in DC. It turns out there actually is something new under the sun. Call CPA Co-op today to find out more.